Join us today as we take a look at a notorious dump site in Uitenhage, all but abandoned by the municipality after a body was discovered here and then, sadly and undeniably, abused by the community. It's an apocalyptic scene with refuse and garbage strewn both in and outside the facility, some of it aflame, and the perimeter fencing almost non-existent. We met there with local Ward Councillor Roelf Basson.
Okay, we are on the Hilweg Road at the Vervoerd transfer site.
For the past 2 years, Roelf and his office have had to take de facto control of the site in the hope of averting a descent into complete anarchy. He tells us how it came about.
Some 2 years ago, a body was found here one morning, and after that, the municipality abandoned the site. There's no control here. As a result, after that incident, they cleared the site, and I then, through my ward, took custody of the site for the sake of my residents.
In addition to being an eyesore, it's an obvious health hazard as well, for many reasons.
This site is almost every day on fire. Now, you can imagine the air pollution and the fumes generated from here. It affects the neighborhood directly, and I have got letters from doctors stating that people consulted them who are asthmatic, and people can pay with their lives, you know. Yeah. So we had to jump in, and that's now we're going flat for 2 years now. Yeah.
Pleas to the community to behave responsibly have so far fallen on deaf ears
because of the fact that this site is so deserted and there's no control. That's why this place looks like it. Just to bring it into context. At the other sites, you're only allowed to dump 2 one-ton bakkie loads per day. Here, it's a free-for-all. I mean, there's no control, so people just dump.
There's no control because there's no budget for bins, for management, or for security. We asked if he'd engaged with municipal officials on the matter.
I have taken this matter up with the acting executive director for public health yesterday at council, and she undertook to get bins to the site. But as you've noticed, there's no way that a truck can offload a bin at the site. So to answer you, the intention is to try and get the front-end loader and tipper trucks in as soon as possible, because that's the only way we're going to clear this. And then added to that, I've managed to convince the CFO during the budget process to give us money to fence this place.
Given the state of the place, we asked why the site wasn't just cleared once and for all and then shut down.
Keep them dumping here rather. It's not, I agree with you, it's not ideal, but I can tell you now, if we don't congregate the dumping here, they're going to dump along Vervoerd Drive. I think you will agree with me that rather have one spot dirty than a whole street dirty. The only solution is to fence this place in, get a proper gate, and have control.
We put it to him that as long as there were no consequences for people dumping illegally, the problem would remain unsolved. He agreed, but felt the issue was more complex than that.
That is the bottom line. There must be consequences. Just behind here, we've got an informal settlement. So people come and dump here, and as you can see, there's people scavenging here, you know. So that's how they get food, and that's how they get something to recycle and make a living.
It's gotten to a point, though, where those littering and scavenging have now also become more aggressive.
Private people are dictating to the public now where to dump and what to dump and how to dump, which is causing the havoc that we're having here. If you look at the fence that we have here, it was proper 2 years ago, but you won't believe it. They started breaking down this concrete poles or just to get to the little piece of wire that's inside. That's how desperate people are.
The constant fires are an obvious concern, something that an overworked fire department has grown wary of dealing with.
The fire department told me, I mean, I've called them out so many times at odd hours and so fast because of the air pollution and the danger that holds. But they said they can't waste drinking water in the current situation on these type of things that happens every day. It's not sporadic, once a month or whatever the case may be. It happens really. It's like somebody comes at 5 or 6 or 7 and just light it up, So it is really, it's a fact.
Despite the challenges, Roelf's determined not to throw in the towel, but he needs strong municipality support and responsible community buy-in if he's to stop this unofficial waste transfer site from spreading even further.
Bottom line is that if we don't bring back control, we're not going to win the battle.